we got a teen who has appeared in court because he attempted to sexually assault a woman in a park, and it was all caught on film. But let's get over into it. We got a few videos to look at, and then of course we'll go over to the AI breakdown. But
and we begin tonight with the update on an alarming attack in Weston. An arrest has been made after a woman was assaulted at a country club, and deputies say the suspect is only a teenager.
And new tonight, we are getting reaction from residents who live in the area where it all happened. Local 10's Magdala Luisen is live in Weston with our top story tonight. Magdala?
Nicole, Calvin, alarming, bizarre, to say the least. This incident has left a lot of people who live here cautious because of the nature of the crime. That's one point. And the second thing is they say something like this has never happened here before. So tonight they say they are relieved. The deputies have caught the person who did this.
I think in general, I spoke to some of my neighbors, and everybody says no, they feel relieved.
Neighbors are relieved because Broward County Sheriff's deputies say they caught the person wanted for an attempted sexual battery attack in this neighborhood on Golf Club Road in Weston.
And we were all walking around with like our pepper sprays and, just trying to be a little more cautious of, our surroundings. But we were happy to hear that today, they caught him.
The shocking part, the suspect is 17 years old. BSO says his name is Anthony Gonzalez Tovar.
It's sad on both ends, I think. Like the victim, of course.
On April 8th, sheriff deputies shared this video of who they say is Tovar, exposing himself before he's accused of attacking the woman you see sitting on the grass. Deputies say he looks around before he moves in, grabs the victim from behind. She fights back until he runs away.
That kicked off an exhaustive and intensive investigation by BSO's Weston District. And using a combination of technological resources and good old-fashioned police work, they were able to identify and then locate the suspect in this case.
Neighbors tell me deputies have been here every day until they got the lead they needed.
BSO has been very, very good about monitoring the area, going to each building and asking questions, looking at cameras. So, I knew it was eventually going to happen because they have been on it.
just think about how brazen this attack was. It happened in broad daylight, camera's still on. He's out there exposing himself before he just sees a random woman and tries to assault her. Luckily, she was able to fight back and he ran away. Absolutely crazy, y'all. Let's go over into this next one.
All right, well, take a look at this. You may remember this video. We're now getting to hear the 911 calls in Spanish from a victim after she was attacked in Weston. Meanwhile, police are still searching for the man seen in this video. Ari Otzer joins us live with the latest this evening. Ari.
Joanne, the incident happened on April 8th in this community over here behind me, Country Club Village, and people are still talking about it because that security camera video is just so shocking. And now we're hearing the 911 call from the victim herself in Spanish.
Alguien me saltó por atrás. Obviamente supongo que quería hacer una violación algo.
The victim is just minding her own business. The attacker appears to be fondling himself. Here's the 911 call translation of what happened next.
And suddenly someone jumped me from behind. Obviously, well, I suppose that he wanted to, like, a violation or something. But I turned over immediately and, like, I defend myself.
The suspect then casually saunters away. The victim said he then took off on a scooter. When people see the video, it's always a visceral reaction.
Oh, wow. Oh my God, that's right here. Thank God nothing happened to her. And even I heard that he hasn't been caught. Nothing has happened.
So as we know, he has been caught, but I did want to go and listen to what the actual person who was assaulted had to say on the 911 call. But let's go over into this next one where we hear about him being in court.
Thank you. Developing right now, teen arrested after a shocking attack in Weston. The teen was back in court.
A hearing was held today for the 17-year-old charged in connection with an attempted sexual battery. Local 10's Sanela Sabovic joins us live from Fort Lauderdale.
And she has more on exactly what happened in court today. Sanela.
Well, the hearing for Anthony Gonzalez Tovar lasted roughly about 10 minutes or so. And as you mentioned, he is facing a very serious charge of attempted sexual battery. You may recall that that incident was pretty much caught on camera. Well, a judge ordered that he remain locked up at least until May 8th.
Do you have any questions about what I've ordered or being in the detention center?
17-year-old Anthony Gonzalez Tovar appearing in court via Zoom due to a clerical error. Broward County judge ordered that he is to remain in detention until May 8th. His stepfather and mother were also present, with Gonzalez Tovar's newly appointed lawyer. The judge also releasing further conditions.
He's ordered to not return to this location of this incident. He's ordered to have no unsupervised contact with minors 16 or younger.
Gonzalez Tovar is facing a serious charge of attempted sexual battery. The attack was caught on camera. Back on April 8th, Broward Sheriff's deputies shared this video of who they say is Tovar exposing himself before he's accused of attacking a woman you see sitting on the grass in Weston. She fights back until he runs away.
He even took his shoes off. I would like to know how more about the parents. Did he show signs of this, or just how they experienced with him as a child? Did he show signs of acting like this as a child, or is it just, did he hide this kind of thing from his parents? Did they know what he was like?
And that judge also ordered that Tovar undergo a psychosexual evaluation. There is another hearing scheduled for him on May 6th to discuss living arrangements, among other details. We will certainly keep you posted. But for now, that is the absolute very latest. Reporting live out of Fort Lauderdale, Sanella Sabovic.
The sickos are getting younger and younger, and they target anyone they can find. Let's go over into the AI breakdown just to get a little bit more information on this whole case. What are the parents doing? Is this something that's just ingrained in the children when they're born, or is it something their environment? What is happening? Let's keep going into this. So as we know, a 17-year-old male identified as Anthony was arrested and charged with the April 17th, 2026 attempted sexual battery and indecent exposure in Weston, Florida. The arrest was made by the sheriff's offices following a week-long search for the suspect. The incident happened on April 8th, 2026 at approximately 4:39 p.m. near the Golf Club Road in Weston. The suspect was observed exposing him and pleasuring himself in the parking lot before approaching an adult female sitting on the grass. He allegedly took off his shoes, grabbed the victim from behind, and briefly struggled before the suspect fled the scene. So he's being charged with one count of attempted sexual battery and indecent exposure. The teenager was transported to the Juvenile Assessment Center for processing. So I did want to hear what type of penalties he can expect. So the penalties for attempted sexual battery in Weston are governed by Florida Statute 794.011, which varies significantly based on the age of the suspect and victim, as well as the use of force. So penalties for minors under 18, for juvenile suspects like the one in this case, the classification of a felony determines the maximum possible sentence. So second-degree felony, if the crime is committed against a victim 12 years or older without force likely to cause serious injury, it is a second-degree felony. This is possible for a punishment up to 15 years and a $10,000 fine. And then you have a first-degree felony if the aggravated circumstances are present, such as the victim being physically helpless. It can be first-degree felony punishable by up to 30 years in prison. And then we got a life felony if the attempted results in injury or sexual injury to the sexual organs of a victim under 12 is classified as a life felony, which can carry a life sentence. So it's crazy that unless I'm misunderstanding something, but between the second and first degree is basically just about how much the victim fights back. If it doesn't fight at all and she gets seriously hurt, first degree, but if it fights back and was able to get away, that's second degree. Now, is that right? Let me know your thoughts. So beyond prison time, the conviction for attempted sexual battery in Florida carries severe long-term mandates, like sex offender registry, no gain time. So for the offenses committed on or after July 1st, 2023, those convicted of attempted sexual battery are not eligible for the basic gain time, meaning they must serve their full sentence without early release for good behavior. That sounds like a good law to me. So, and then we got court-ordered evaluations. The judge often orders immediate psychosexual evaluation and imposes strict no-contract orders as a condition of detention or release. So that's what we heard the judge say at the very end of that last video. While the suspect is currently in juvenile detention, Florida often transfers serious cases to adult court. If direct filed to adult court, the 17-year-old would face punitive adult prison time rather than rehabilitative juvenile programs. Now we know how I feel about the rehabilitation programs. Now, do they work? Sometimes, depending on the offense. But if the offense is serious enough, I don't see them being rehabilitated. They can say whatever they want, but they've already done what they need to spend the rest of their lives in jail for doing it. But this is a crazy situation, y'all. We will keep up with this case to see exactly how it's filed out and what happens in the court system. But what are your thoughts on this whole situation, y'all? Do you think he should be charged as an adult or a juvenile? And should it be first or second degree? There's a lot of questions, but let me know your thoughts on this situation, y'all. Let me know how you feel about it. The world is a crazy place, but we have to review the world together, y'all. We have to review the world together.